The year is 2012. The label is Young Money Cash Money. The artist, Christina Milian. Today we're gonna talk about her time at YMCMB with artists like Wayne and Nicki and what she did afterwards.
Well, I loved being at a major label. You know, I had a family that was there and actually that was more traditional. This time I feel like it's still as big as they are and that they are mainstream, it's still it's treated very independent. You know, every artist is not, you're not sitting there with A&Rs, like it's a small company actually, and it's run by a lot of artists, to be truthful. Yeah. So even for me, it was very new when I first signed to them because I was used to like developing myself amongst a record label full of like staff. And now it was like having the opportunity to independently do it on my own.
At the time of the signing, Christina was a strongly established Grammy-nominated artist with an international fan base and a fourth album that had been on the way for a couple of years. In 2012, she signed with YMCMB, more specifically Cash Money, with plans to finally release the long-awaited fourth chapter. However, to date, nothing has come of it, and we want to know why. So with that being said, let's get into the video. What up guys, Ali here and welcome to Ali Talks Music. Add me on Instagram at Ali Talks Music as well. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. Now let's get into the video. Now in 2012, Christina hadn't released an album for about 6 years. She had skipped through 3 label deals with no real material to show of it. So in early 2012, when Wayne called her up on stage at the YMCMB pre-Grammy party and made the audience roar for her, Christina truly felt like she was on the right path. I got the beautiful Miss Christina Milian with me tonight. Y'all make some noise for Miss Christina Milian. Young Money Christina Milian.
They just don't get it. Temperatures rising, her body's yearning. Yeah, we on that R. Kelly.
She confirmed the news on her Twitter account the next day. Life is great, YMCMB. On a separate tweet, she said, "The answer is yes. Let's get to work. I heart you guys. It's now or never." The following day, a song by Milian was leaked titled Mr. Valentine.
Sneaking kisses all up on my collarbone.
Now the song is reggae and R&B inspired and speaks of a woman that wants to get freaky with a mysterious man. Days later, she went on radio and spoke about her new experience with YMCMB. Yeah, I've signed with Young Money. It was pretty awesome. This weekend we had a big party, a big YMCMB party, and Drake was performing and we were all up on stage, and Wayne got up there and he announced it himself. And so I was kind of surprised and I was like, oh my gosh, this is awesome. We're just getting started on the album. I've already halfway gotten there, and when my mom and I went to Wayne and we played him some of the music, after the second song he was like, I love it. Let's do this deal. I have some music that's already going to be on it, and the second half I'm working with them now. When they did a little background check, they saw even the songwriting. All that kind of stuff adds on top of, alright, she's an actress, she's a pretty face, she can actually sing, but not to mention she's a songwriter. I thought that was cool that they even saw that. They all get on each other's records. So all I have to do is be home with everybody and we'll just do lots of features.
I got the beautiful Miss Christina Milian with me tonight. Y'all make some noise for Miss Christina Milian. Young Money Christina Milian, yeah!
The singer would later go on to date Lil Wayne around 2015, although initially there was nothing going on between the two stars. Wayne was initially a mentor to her and so was Mac Main. Wayne just gets his artists, which is great. I have a very one-on-one business relationship with everybody from Mac Main to Wayne. They're just very involved in the project as far as bringing the music, playing songs, just giving their input. I really want to pick the perfect single though. It's been a second since I've been out musically, so I do not want to fail and I don't believe in failure. So I just try new things and figure out the pieces. That's one thing that's great about Wayne. He's like, work with different producers, take your time, but at the same time, try new things. Don't be stuck on one thing.
Ain't nobody teach you like me, like me, like me.
As ridiculously happy as Christina was about her signing, she also had several side hustles going on. Her time working on The Voice came to an end around 2013, but in the same year she launched her own wine company called Viva Diva Wines. It's now in major stores in 27 states. I love wine. I started getting into it in my late 20s when I was about 27 or 28. One would think this was enough to keep her occupied, you know, single mother, recording an album, wine company. But in addition to this, in 2013, she also took part in Dancing with the Stars and started her own hookah pipe business, Platinum E Hookahs. Now, Christina was making a lot of business moves, but the question is, where was the music? Now, one of her first works with the label came out around the end of 2012 with a single called Hello.
Since I met you, I've been so messed up, it's critical.
It reached number 15 on the dance chart, but failed to chart anywhere else. Interestingly enough, the single was not her own, as it was made by the Stafford brothers and also featured Lil Wayne. Her official solo debut with the label came out after about a year in the form of Video Model, which she recorded with Lil Wayne and which also appeared on the collab album Young Money Rise of an Empire Deluxe Edition, which hit fans around 2014.
Video model. She turned up, sipping right out of that bottle.
Though the track was not released as a single, Christina was very happy with the result. I signed with Young Money about a year and a half ago. Lil Wayne really understands what an artist needs, and they cater to that. You're able to be creative without people getting in the way. The opportunity came for me to get on the compilation, and I jumped on it. It's the first time I'm releasing anything with Young Money. Wayne got on the track with me to certify the love. Now, according to Christina, her fourth album was already done. The only thing stopping her was, well, the label. I feel at home. I'm confident that I made the right choice. I've got the right push, the right family for this album. The album itself is pretty much done and I'm so excited. The music I have is dope. It's gonna be crazy. I'm patiently impatient. We're just talking about the best time to do the actual release. Both Nicki Minaj and Wayne are dropping this year, so it's about making sure I get the right shine. I hired my own A&Rs. I still worked with my mom, of course. Ironically, instead of focusing on her music, Christina Milian was more involved in her other endeavors. For example, she had a TV show called Christina Milian Turned Up. It focused on her various side hustles, her business interests, and even included a bit of music here and there. Now, aside from the show, Christina was still trying to make moves with YMCMB. In 2014, amidst rumors that she was dating Lil Wayne, the duo dropped a collab single called Start a Fire, which they performed together at the American Music Awards. Now, around this time, instead of dropping her album, Christina announced that she was working on a mixtape called Tina Turn Up. Now, there were several reasons why Christina's album did not come out on YMCMB. The first reason is, well, she didn't have enough buzz, and that's if we're just talking about her music. When YMCMB was at their peak, there was so many artists, especially seasoned artists, that thought joining the label would revitalize their dwindling career. Bow Wow comes to mind, Mr. Cole's another one, and it goes without saying that Christina Milian falls into the same category. Another reason why Milian's album did not come out was because during this time period, Birdman and Lil Wayne had legal issues. At the time, Lil Wayne was suing Birdman for $51 million, and this lawsuit hurt YMCMB as a whole, because if the flagship artist in YMCMB is not able to release an album, then what chance do the rest of the artists on the label have? I think everyone is trying to work it out, and I wish the best because honestly, it's an empire built between Birdman and Wayne. They basically paved the way for people like me to have an opportunity to be successful. So I pray that it all works out. I know he prays the same.
Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne was complaining about his music being shelved, but he's coming out with you. So have you talked to him about that at all? And like, what are your thoughts about coming out during a time when there might be some controversy on the label?
Well, I mean, it's a little difficult. I'm on the same record label. I'm on Young Money, so it's a little difficult when it comes to business. And I understand the circumstance for all of them. I think that everyone's trying to work it out, and I wish the best because honestly, it's been an empire that has been built between Baby and with Lil Wayne. So it's like, you could only hope for the best and big things for the both of them. And they continue this grind that they have. They basically paved the way for now me having people like myself having the opportunity to become successful. So I pray it all works out, and I know he does. He prays the same thing. Nothing but the best.
Meanwhile, Christina's reality TV show was doing well and had been renewed for a second season. While its first season had spawned the release of 2 singles, Rebel and We Ain't Worried, the latter song was used to promote Milian's We Are Pop Culture clothing line. She also announced that she would be dropping a 5-track EP premiered with the single Like Me featuring Snoop Dogg.
Like me, like like me.
Christina, Mr. Misdemeanor, Lil Wayne.
She later dropped Do It with Wayne.
We don't even know what we're doing, but I'ma go ahead and do it.
Now this project did generate quite a bit of buzz for Milian. The songs have millions of plays on YouTube, but after this she began to release less and less music. Later, around mid-2015, Wayne and Milian confirmed their relationship status to the public. While many fans were pleased and found the match natural and healthy, their ex-partners did not. Singer Navia, who shares a child with Lil Wayne, and her ex-husband The Dream shared her feelings about Christina. Oh, we have no status. Just kidding. Child, I have no filter here. The status actually for me has been that we are mothers of siblings who are co-siblings. It's such a damn crazy ass story. She married the same dude I did. She has a daughter by my ex-husband who is her now ex-husband as well, and she used to date my other baby daddy. So go figure. Only thing I was concerned about is Violet. Her daughter is in my kid's life. They love their little sister. That's my main thing. All the other craziness is just people being crazy. There's nothing I can do about that. I definitely don't support the craziness, but it is what it is.
What's your take on Wayne allegedly dating Christina Milian? Because now you have Dream, Christina, Nivea, like what I mean.
I think that's a hot
very
mess.
intermixed these days.
I think that is a hot mess. If you want my honest opinion, that's just too much.
It's a hot mess.
Yes.
Why do you say it's a hot mess?
I just don't think that's cool. Like, it's too many other women out there to date your son's mother, ex-husband, girl. Like, it's just too much.
Now, as mentioned earlier, The Dream was also not too impressed with the matchup, implying that Milian messed up the rotation by dating her ex-husband's ex-wife's baby daddy. I think that's what everybody was thinking when the news broke. Everybody was thinking of that, but supposedly Christina, she wasn't thinking of that at all. I have no idea how she could not be thinking of that. Perhaps partially due to their ex's feelings, although again that's speculation. The duo was split at the end of 2015. Unfortunately, Christina's show was running concurrently, and shortly after the breakup, viewers got to see that Christina had actually wanted to marry Lil Wayne, despite the fact that he had cheated.
Stripper tat and her fake booty. I said, you don't get it, and it sucks because real love is something you're just gonna give away, and you just don't get it. I said, I'll always love you, but it sucks it has to end like this. You said, love never dies, Tina, I love you too. I've never loved anyone the way that I love Wayne. And not even my ex-husband, I've never loved anyone the way that I love him. I've never had anyone understand me the way that he has.
Nonetheless, Milian kept at her hustle. She dropped an EP called For You around 2015, and around 2016 she dropped another single with MC Harvey called We Own the Night.
Baby, we can own the night, baby, you.
She then seemingly gave up on music and devoted herself fully to her television and film career.
Again there, but when are we gonna see you? When are we gonna see you with another album, another single? Are you still recording?
It's not gone. It's not done. I'm not done recording. I think I was just listening the other day to some demos that nobody's heard before. And it's like, I told my friend Lauren, I said, Lauren, I got that feeling again. So I think that's the most important thing when it comes to being a musician. When you lose that feeling, it's not the same. You're forcing it. So now that I've had all my children, there's going to come a time I have a feeling that I'm going to end up back in the studio and maybe have, another hurrah.
Although she was signed to YMCMB, Christina didn't release much music with them. Why didn't she receive the Drake stimulus package? Why didn't she do a track with Nicki? Why did she only make one appearance on the Young Money Rise of an Empire album? Why was she only on the deluxe version? All these unanswered questions made Christina Milian look like a late addition to YMCMB and not an artist that's actually gonna drop any official studio albums with the label. Now, despite not putting out much music, Christina Milian's Spotify numbers are pretty decent. She gets about 1.4 million monthly listeners, and her most listened to songs are When You Look at Me, AM to PM, Dip It Low, Say I, and Call Me Beat Me. That's it for me, it's your boy Ali. What happened to Christina Milian and YMCMB in your opinion? Let me know down below. Video requests, I'm still taking those. Also add me on Instagram at Ali Talks Music. Till next time, peace.